Am I on? I've got a bit of a delay here. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay, we're on. So, what am I doing? It's Christmas, and I'm doing my first ever live. I couldn't have. Oh God, I don't even know where to start. So yeah, I've decided to do a live in the middle of Christmas, which is a pretty dumb idea looking back on it, because I've actually spent 2 or 3 days of my Christmas learning how to use OBS, how to actually stream, all the extra little bits and pieces that you need, microphones, planning. I've not really planned that much, but I've planned a little bit. Yeah, I probably should have done it next year really, but I'm here, I'm ready for you. So let's have a look. So I have got 143 viewers already. Oh my God, 160 viewers. That is crazy. I would have been happy with 20. You've made me really nervous now. Right, let's have a look who's here. Now, I've never done this before, so bear with me. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but Lou's in. Let's have a look. Perfect picture. Thank you for offering up to be a mod. I didn't actually get around to doing it, so let's hope this all stays clean. This is very weird talking to myself. Andrew Lancaster, hello. How you doing? Jake Whip, how you doing? Jake Whip runs the Discord channel for Resolve users, and it's brilliant. I didn't know anything about Discord before I went on there, but have a look at it. I don't know, Jake, I don't know if you can write in there what it is to get on it, what the link is, but it's great. And Jake was very kind and let me in when I was very first starting YouTube, and so it's good to see you, Jake. Who else is in here? Let's talk about Reaper. I love the names people have on these things. Let's get down. Michael Blade, how you doing? C. Fazio from Chicago, brilliant. And let's have a look. I'm a little bit behind you guys. There's so many texts coming in. I'm going to struggle to keep up with this. Who else have we got in here? Bruce Moyle, Cropada, Laura Innes. Hi, how you doing? She puts a thumbs up to everything I do. I love Laura. Free Zerpa. I hope I've got that right. Bruce Moyle. I've said Bruce already. Deepmar from Canada. How you doing? Akshay Mehta from India. Steve Horn, my man, Steve Horn. I've worked with Steve for, oh my God, going back to my very first freelance days. He runs an amazing company called Stone Apple. They've taken me all around the world with them. We have really good fun at the events, and a really, really top guy. So good to see you here, Steve. And Steve Gerrard, how you doing? My oldest friend from school, Jesus. Check out Steve Gerrard's channel. He does a fantastic photography channel, and he's going to be a YouTuber soon, I'm convinced him. Lucy Mostyn, my little Lulu, that's my daughter. Hello, sweetheart. Right, this is going far too fast for me. Hang on, I've got to go back up. My God, I've got 184 people on here. This is crazy. Jim Robertson, hi. Pip, hey, Pip, my cousin from Canada. How are you doing? She is my YouTube mentor. She was a YouTuber back in the day, a big YouTuber back in the day. No, she won't admit it. And she's given me lots of tips and advice here, and she's been supporting me all the way through this crazy journey that I'm going on with YouTube at the minute. Who else have I got here? I can't tell if I'm going up or down now. God, this is harder than it looks. Shisha Ahmed, Lenny Forer, Kevin Stratton, Jason Porthouse. I'm trying to get through as many of these as I can, but there's 182 of you now, so I apologise if I don't read your name out. I will really try. Tajay, how you doing? Tajay Delaney, he's one of my early subscribers. I remember Tajay, he's top man. So thank you, mate. Russ B, another early subscriber. Everyone can hear me. I hear you loud and clear. That's good. I'd just like to thank Mark Bader, who donated so much kit for me. I've got his nice Sennheiser mic up here, so I don't have to have a big USB mic in front of my face so you can see my beautiful face. Ite Shaw, hi, been hearing from you today. Good to see you. Jim Robinson, well, it's morning here in Vancouver, Canada. I love Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver many times. So I have my mug of coffee and wiped the sleep from my eyes. Looking forward to hanging out with you and your friend, Darren. Excellent. Looking forward to hanging out with you as well. Jim Moore, Michael Blade. Oh, God, when am I going to get to the end of this list? Bostian, how's it going? Another one of my early subscribers. Ben Pratchett. Ben, top lad, your dad helped me out this morning. So I'd just like to say thank you to John Pratchett, who helped me check that the stream was actually working. And had it not been for him, you would be looking at a very bad stream now because I had it all set up completely wrong. So thank you very much, John. And Ben, enjoy it. I've worked with Ben before. He's an up-and-coming one to watch. Ian Stewart, hi. Dom Clark, looking good, dude. Thank you, mate. Dom used to work for me here, so he's been on my YouTube journey with me as well, watching things progress at this crazy speed. Yeah, Dom, top bloke, and good to have you along, mate. Okay, there's my cousin again. Hello. It's like in a family Zoom. Laura Ennis, hello from Argentina. Evan Anthony. DPQ do. I don't know how you pronounce DPQ do, but how you doing, mate? Jonathan. Long Dancer, hi, I recognise your name. I recognise quite a few of these names, actually. It's really nice. Right, I better get on with some stuff, haven't I suppose. So I'll come back to this in a minute. Oh, Jake's just put the Discord channel up. Thanks, Jake. So everyone go and check it out, because there's loads of people, especially if you're into Fusion, there's tons of Fusion stuff on there. Fusion's one of my weaker areas, even though I am a certified trainer for some bizarre reason. Yeah, check out Jake and those guys. They know everything about Fusion, so it's a really good place to go. So this slot here, I don't know if Jay is on here, but Wednesday night, 7 o'clock is my little guilty pleasure. I normally sit at home, usually with a beer, and because it's 7 p.m, and I sit down and I watch, do you know what, I'm looking at me on the screen, I should be looking at the camera really, shouldn't I? I'll get used to this in a minute. By the end of it, I'll have it totally nailed. So I normally sit at home and I watch Jay. He does a 1 hour show. So just Jay Littman, just YouTube him. And it's really cool. It's really good. He's a really top lad. And he kind of focuses on editing, and not only in Resolve as well. He does cover other things, but he's mainly Resolve editing. But what I like about him is he's also doing editing techniques in general that apply to any program or software that you're working with. So it's really worth checking out. But anyway, he's having a week off today. So I decided to jump in his shoes. I did speak to him first, so we do have a bit of banter on Instagram. And he said he's more than welcome for me to do this slot on the Wednesday. I now realise why, Jay, because it's in between Christmas and New Year, isn't it? So who's the fool? Me, I think. So let's have a look at a few more. Martin Wong, hi from Hong Kong. Michael Blade, good luck with the stream. Thank you, I'll need it. Oh, Jake's put the wrong link up, so that's going to change in a minute, I hope. Steve Horn, what's Reaper? No idea, mate. Alexander from Serbia. So we've got a good international mix here. George from Connecticut, how you doing? Some French in Nepal. Where is Canada? Seriously? VFX Todd, how you doing? From California. I've seen you on quite a lot of forums, so you're on Facebook feeds quite a lot. Lucy Mostyn, yo, looking forward to seeing you in an hour maybe. Let's see how this goes. Might be home in half an hour at this rate. What else we got? Oh my God, this is crazy. I've now got 198 people, 200 concurrent viewers. Jesus. Laura Innes saying hello again. Right, so let's. Oh, I'm at the bottom of the thread. Right, done it. Right, stop typing for a minute. Right, so I'm actually going to do, and I don't know how I'm going to do it because I've not thought this right through, but I am giving away something today in this live stream. So my first ever live stream, and just to, I want to just give something away, and what I'm giving away is me. So I had a strange year with obviously COVID, so the classroom training that I do has all been cancelled this year. Really missing my classroom training, so I used to do a couple of days a month up in Soho, and really miss doing those actual things. So Alex, who's on here, he was one of my students early on, and he's doing really well with his channel now. So check out his channel as well. Alex, maybe you want to put your link in there. Go for your boots. There's 200 people on here. You might as well take advantage. And so not doing classroom training. I've been doing quite a lot of Zoom one-on-ones, that sort of training. So that's been interesting. It's not, I don't find it's got quite the same feel, but it's been an interesting, oh sorry, I need to look at the camera, I'm looking down here again. It's not quite the same, but it works. So it's a really good thing. So what I do, I offer one-to-ones on Zoom, and I'm going to give away a 1 hour one-to-one with me at the end of this live stream. I don't know what time we're going to finish, but stick to the end. And yeah, basically I'm going to pick someone and they can have a one-to-one with me, either resolve training, editing, tips and tricks, color grading techniques, football, whatever you want to talk about. So I hope you stick around for that, and we'll give someone a free 1 hour with me. What more could you want for Christmas? Right, let's have a look who else we've got in here. Jonathan Hall, Barry Murphy, you deserve all the subs. Thank you, mate. I've worked hard. I've just got to, I mean, I'm going to say it 1,000 times tonight, but I'm so grateful once again for 10,000 subs. I'm now nearly on 12,000. It's just about 6 months, I think. 6 months yesterday. So June 28th I started. Within 2 days I had 100 subscribers, and it's unbelievable. It's been a real, it's just blown me away. So the point of this live was that VFX Todd, I just subbed to Jay Littman. Yep, go and sub Jay Littman's channel, he's great. I will be thanking a few more people later on. But I did promise at 10,000, I had a few people saying, we want to see your setup. So I used to do my intros facing with the kit behind me, and people like to look at kit, I do. So I did, someone asked, would I do a tour of my grading suite? So I said I would, but only when I get to 10,000 subs. Now I was thinking, I'm just throwing that away and it'll be months and months and months, but it came around really quick, and I went from 5,000 to 10,000 in about a week. So here it is. I promised I'd do it. I thought this would be the best way, doing a live. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing lives or not. We'll see how this one goes, but with 212 people on, I might. So I thought this is the easiest way, is to actually just do it as a live and make a video about what kit I've got and all that. So I think I might start that in a minute. I'll run it in a few little sections. So what I've had to do, I started taking really nice arty pictures with my Sony camera, and then realised I'm going to be here all week doing this. So I've just gone around with my iPhone, quickly photographed every single bit of kit. I'm going to show you absolutely every single cable. Nothing will be left to the imagination. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, and I'm going to split it into kind of 3 sections. So there is the client, which is, do you remember those when they used to attend? Clients who we've not seen for a little while. There is myself, so what kit have I got in here that makes my job better? And obviously the tech kit itself, so what actually works. So we're upstairs, this is the color grading suite, and downstairs I've got a production office stroke edit suite and a dedicated edit suite, which is fully kitted out, you know, similar to, so it looks similar to, I've got a photo of it actually so I can show you, but that is generally out for dry hire. So we haven't had anyone in this year, obviously, because we're not allowed. But that went out, like ITV were there last year, they took 12 weeks on it. So we got quite a nice little setup. So it's only 3 rooms, but it's really nice. There's no one here at the minute. I haven't seen anyone in this building for months. I've got a 6-story building pretty much to myself at the moment, so that's good. This room itself is 25 square meters. So actually, if people want to come in for the grade, you're actually sitting 2 meters. In fact, I can measure it. So that from me to the back here, 216 centimetres. So if you want to come in here and have a grade, we are COVID safe. There's a 2-metre gap between us, so that's going to work a treat. Right, just before I go in and show you a few pictures on there, I'm just going to have a look at the chat and see if there's anyone else. 218, oh my God. There you go. So Alex at Depict, video production, Depict, of course, right. DPQD, has put up his YouTube channel. Check it out. He's a really top lad. He's got lots of good information up there. Laura Innes back again. South Island Media. Have I missed a few up here as well? I'm so sorry if I do miss out your questions. I'm really trying. Darren, could you help me please? When I do a wedding, usually cheap Chinese lights give me a lot of headache. Duo flickering. Any tips? You're asking the wrong man. You want to see the setup I've got here. I've got cheap Chinese lights. So I'm not a DOP. So as you can probably tell by my intros, they're slowly getting better, but I'm certainly post-production, that's for sure. What else we got? Vincent Oliver Photo, do you want my copy of Premiere? No, you're all right. Darren, some words on Resolve mini panel from Yash. I don't have the mini panel. I have used it, and it's a fantastic panel. And that panel wasn't available when I bought the advanced panel. I've had this for 8 or 9 years now. To be honest, had the mini panel been out when I made that purchase, I probably would have gone for the mini because it's amazing value. I'm not saying the advanced panel hasn't got more functionality, but I would be about £23,000 better off. So, but I don't actually have one. I have used them. I've used them at IBC. It works beautifully. They're great. So if you can afford it over the micro, it's kind of worth the upgrade because you have all the secondaries on there. So you've got the tracking and the secondaries, and the micro is really just about primaries. So you've got a little bit of HDR function on the mini as well. I think the naming of them it drives me crazy. Mini and micro, it's like, never mind. You may have to post the link yourself. You don't have permissions to post links. Okay, a couple of people are posting links, so someone's doing it. NMBR 73, or is that number 73? Speed editor on your desk. Your cut page tutorial was an eye-opener and convinced me to get this wonderful little keyboard. Yes, I am very fortunate to have one of these. Can you see that? I know. Oh, hang on, my screen's going crazy here. Oh, do you know what? I've just picked that up, and all my setup on Resolve has just gone crazy. Just bear with me a second, because it does work in the color page as well. So it's actually just messed up my presentation. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Right, we're back. What was it? Yeah, so the speed editor, I know there is a massive backlog, and people are saying to me on YouTube, when can I get them and where they're coming? I don't work for Blackmagic. I have no idea what the backlog. I know why there's a backlog, because it's an amazing tool. I've only played on it for about 10 minutes, so I get it. But I know it's really frustrating when you're all dying to get it, and I think especially with the license thing, it's a little bit crazy. You've got a free license, or you've got a free speed editor with your license. So I don't know what the backlog is. So I hope you all get them soon. And my next episode is going to be on the speed editor. So I'm going to do an absolute in-depth, every single button, every function, every page that it works in. And so that'll be I expect that'll be a half-hour one. So I'm going to get that out as my next episode, which will be after Christmas. I am going to have a little break after this because I want to see my kids and family a little bit more than I have over Christmas. So I will get that in the new year for you. What was the name of the DaVinci editor channel? Jade Lippman, who's who I was talking about. Also, Mr. Alex Tech is a great one. Mr. Alex Tech is a star. He gave me my first little collab, if you like. He let me go on his channel when I only had about, I don't know, 1,000 subs or something like that. And he let me go on, and that gave me a good little boost. That was really good. Stonebreak, lots of love from Nepal, lots of love back. I'm going backwards here, aren't I? Hang on. Cal Hallows. Darren, careful auctioning yourself off on the internet. There's some weirdos about. It's fine. Bring it on. Okay, sorry for the pronunciation here. Tezege Desta. Hi, Darren. I'm from Ethiopia. Hello, how are you doing? Jonathan, if viewers can't send links, you need to do that. Okay, that's not going to happen, I don't think. I've got too much going on here. Who do you support, Darren? Do you mean Awkward Squad Project? Who do you support? Are you talking football, I presume? If you're talking football, I support Manchester City. And I also have a very strong love for AFC Bournemouth. And if you do a bit of Googling, you might find out why. Hey, can you use speed editor in programs other than Resolve? No. And knowing how Resolve, how the team at DaVinci, at Blackmagic work, you won't be able to use it with other programs. There is no reason why on earth they would want to do that. So I would be very surprised. Catherine De Vries, how are you? Maybe Catherine can explain why there's a backlog on the speed editor. Catherine is in charge of training at Blackmagic. She's an absolute legend. I've known Catherine for many years. We had an amazing trip to China once, which I fondly remember. And good to see you here. And you can give me some good critique after about how this is going, because she is the queen of this sort of stuff. I've been on more Zooms with Catherine for training this year than ever. Nice, Gen X. I have the same ones. Yeah, I'm going to be covering that in a minute. Right, let's get on with a little. It's 7:20, so let's get on with. When I come too close to the camera, you're out of focus. I can't get this camera to autofocus. It is driving me crazy. I've got an A7S II with a Sony dedicated lens on it, and it won't autofocus just this. It's driving me mad. So hopefully that is in focus. I'll try not to move too much. But thank you for letting me know. Right, let's see the setup. Derek Cooper, let's see the setup. Let's see the setup indeed. Right. So how I'm going to do this is, let me get my thoughts together. I'm going to just do it by full screen slide. So with a bit of luck, this stream switches over. There's a little bit of lag on my thing, but let me just check it's going over. And you should be, yeah, there you go. Right. So here's the studio. What I'll do is I'll do a little bit and then I'll come back to the feed. So Shisha Ahmed, hey, Mr. Darren, what monitor do you use for grading? It's all coming, don't you worry. A7S II has terrible autofocus. It does, that's why I'm getting an A7 III. Right, this is a shot of the studio taken a few months ago, no, probably about a year ago to be honest. This was for my website, which never materialized till about 2 months ago. So it's a studio shot, how it used to look. I'm just showing you it because it's actually quite a nice wide and gives you a better view of what I've got than what I took on my iPhone. But the main difference is the monitor. So I'll just go to the next clip. So this is taken yesterday. So you can see now the monitors have changed. So I've got my, on the left-hand side, on the 3 lower monitors, left-hand side is my Ultra Studio, my Ultrascopes, sorry, which is my video scopes, which I'll talk about. The middle one is my main Hero monitor, and the right-hand side is obviously the GUI. So I just changed them around a bit. So if you see on it used to be that they were both on the right-hand side, but it's a little bit nicer when they're together. So that's the main sort of setup, and this is what it looks like in the grading conditions. Obviously we don't grade like this with the windows open and all that sort of stuff. So this is what it's like in proper grading conditions. So just checking, is this... Yes, the bar fridge is full of beers, don't you worry. Okay, I'm coming to that as well. Right, so this is kind of the view that the client would have. So if they're sat that 2 meters and 16 centimeters away from me, that's the sort of view that they'll get. So they're looking at the top monitor, and obviously my head, I'm only short anyway, but doesn't come into the vision. So that works really well. So client side, this is what they get. This is, again, taken on that original photo shoot day, and you'll see the difference now. This is taken yesterday. So the main thing that's disappeared there is the bowl of fruit. We always have bowls of fruit out for the clients, and do you know what? It never gets eaten. I think I've been in this studio for 10 years, 11 years, and I think I've seen a couple of bananas and an orange go. So I don't bother with the fruit anymore. And what we do though, if you look in the corner there, we've got a little shelf unit, and chocolates, sweets, protein bars, that's what gets eaten. That's what people want. Okay, so Haribo's, just get Haribo's, they always go. At the top there, you'll see there's a scented candle and some, whatever you call those smelly stick things. I buy decent ones of those. It makes a big difference when people come in the room and it smells nice. I know it's a small thing, but it is really important. Who was offering me their old Premiere discs earlier? I've got 2 there. These are the original 1.0 release of Adobe Premiere on 2 floppy disks. These are the actual original discs. So this is Windows 3.11. It wasn't even Windows 95. And that shows you how long I've been doing digital editing. So 1994 was when I started my career in digital editing. Ian Stewart was going great till Man City. Apologies for that. How about Bournemouth then? So these are the original 2 discs. So this is when I used to work for a company called Fast, who were just amazing company. I had such a blast working for that company, and we can talk about that another time, but that was really my entry into the world of digital. I was an analog editor before that. So this was my world of getting into digital. So 1994, and they're still on the shelf back there. Okay, this seems a bit silly now, but it's just a really cheap table from IKEA. Do you know what? I've just realised I've been talking to the camera and I've not had it switched on. So I've been talking, I'm thinking that you can see me, but you can't see me. So let me try that again. So we go back to the GUI. Sorry, it's just got a bit of a lag on it, so it's a bit weird for me. Right, where are we up to? Right, so this table here is basically, it's about a £6 table from IKEA, and it's a really good computer laptop table for my clients. So the clients sit there quite happily with that. You find with clients, I'm going to go back to me. Let's have a quick look at the chat. So you find with clients is they'll concentrate on the grade for the first hour, maybe 2 hours, and then you look around and they're just on their laptops. So these little tables are fantastic. So let me go back to the GUI. Right, next. The beer fridge. This is a 19-inch rack mount beer fridge. This is brilliant. I basically built the whole studio around this beer fridge. So it fits, it's 19-inch rack mount, goes straight in the left-hand panel of my desk, and full of soft drinks and beers, obviously, and it's just perfect. Okay, so this is the desk. So I'll tell you what, I'll just do this one, and then I'm going to come on and have a look at the chat and see what's going on. But this is the main desk. So this is the heart of the studio, really. Everything is built around this desk. So I'll tell you what I'll do. If I put me, why don't I do this? See if this works. Just bear with me. There you go. Right. Now you can see me in the corner. So this desk, this is an AKA design desk. These are the best desks in my opinion. They're not cheap, but they are amazing. They're absolutely bomb-proof. They're rock solid, big, heavy-duty, chunky desks. And I've got 2 of these now. So we've got one in the edit suite as well. This one is actually a music console. So it's for big SSL style music desks, mixing desks, sorry. And I got it this big because obviously I love having big desks. I need space. I need it to be clean and tidy. I have enough room to put some scripts on it. I want a cup of tea and just stuff, and I don't want it all falling off the edge of the desk. So I went for a nice big desk, and it works a treat. I've had this about 12, 13 years, I think. They still make the same one now. It's called the Pro Wave, and the one I've got downstairs is called the Pro Edit. So before I move on, let me just have a look at the chat, see what's going on. Okay, so I'm trying to get through as many of these as I can. I've now got 253 people here, so I'm obviously doing something slightly right here. Long dancer, what chairs do you use? I find after a day's grading my back hurts. We have the Herman Miller Aeron chairs. I'm going to come to that. You can see them in that picture that I just had. Rack mount beer fridge, brilliant. Yep. I use a 65 centimeter yoga ball as my chair. Yeah, that's a good idea. We had a producer in here she was on about a 10-week job and pregnant, and she had a yoga ball, which I thought was a really good idea. Turn up the volume when you can. Okie dokie. Okay, how's that? Is that any better? So I've just turned it up. Let me know if it's too low. I'll put it up a little bit more. So hopefully that's okay. Let me know. Someone give me a thumbs up if that's all right. If that's a better level. Okay. Something's going on. He's a video editor, not an audio mixer, so chill on the volume. Very good. What's the make and size of your wall-mounted monitor? It's a Panasonic GZ2000 55-inch, but I'm going to come to that. Please get some rollerblade rolls chairs. Who builds your desk? Guy, AKA Design. Yeah, Guy is the guy at AKA Design, but it does actually come flat packed. You build it yourself. That's a job and a half, I tell you. So it sounds great. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Right, thank you. Okay, so sorry about that. Better. Good. Okay, got it. Right, a tad more would be good. Okay, look, it's fine. Yes, Genelec speakers, they're coming up as well. Peter Lydon, hi. Hi Darren, when will you do a buy me a coffee? I've got buy me a coffee actually. There is a buy me a coffee thing on my channel. So feel free to buy me a copy. Right, so let's go back to this. I'm going to put me in vision this time so I don't mess that up. And we are now at 264 people. This is madness. Right, so that's the desk. So let's break it down. So this, it comes in like little modules. So on the right-hand side, I've got another 19-inch rack mount. And again, you can see how much space I've got. I mean, I've got a full 10-channel mixing desk on there, a Wacom tablet, the ATEM, my phone, and I've still got plenty of space to put scripts and stuff like that. It's really, really worth just doing it. If you've got the space, then max it out on the desk. That's the other side. Again, I've got a load more space on that side. The clients sometimes sit on this side, which drives me crazy, to be honest. I really prefer when the client sits at the back, but I'll come to that. They start nudging in to get closer to the center of the monitor, and in the end you're kind of operating the panel like this. There's another bit of rack mount that sits on top, so that's got my Ultra Studio 4K on it, which I'm going to come to, but it gives me another shelf. So I have had a second monitor on there before when I'm doing some testing. We did a job for ITV last year, had a lot of interlacing, and actually bought an old CRT monitor up and just put it on there, and it's a really good way of onlining. I still love my CRT. That's the legs. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but it's got legs. That shows you how thick the desk is. So it's really thick, solid, but more importantly, it's got rounded edges. I know this sounds like I'm going to far too much detail here. I did promise you I'd give you detail, but this is really good. When you're working in here for 9-10 hours a day, or 8-9-10 hours a day, having rounded edges makes a massive difference. Can you use the Wacom tablet in DaVinci? Yes, you can. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, and I thoroughly recommend it. Dozer Kim, I hate it when they come over the shoulder. Yeah, if you're talking about clients, yeah, so do I. That's why the sofas are at the back of the room. Okay. New question, what tips to get white balance good? We can maybe have a look at that. What do you use to calibrate your monitor? I use a man who comes down with a big probe and he does it for me. But I do intend to try and change that. Okay, these are, what's this showing? Storage cupboards. Right, so I've got a big white cupboard and a really old chest of drawers that's fallen to bits. And in here I've got, God knows what. I mean, there is 21 years worth of stuff in here. I've got converters, I've got RS422 VTR control cables. I've got, in fact, let me open it up, see what I've got. Right, so I'm just picking out some stuff out of here. I have got a copy of Media Composer version 3. Okay, I should probably throw that in Peter McKinnon style, shouldn't I? There we go. DaVinci Resolve, I have no idea how old that is. Sorry, I should be looking at the camera again, I'm doing it. It doesn't even say what version that is, but I reckon that's pretty old. And I've got an Apple Mac mouse here from Christ knows when. It's even gone rusty at the back. Why I'm keeping that, I don't know. And I've got here, I bet half of you don't even know what this is. A mini disc player. So that's the sort of stuff that's in those cupboards. One day I will clean them out and fill it full of useful things, like hard drives. I'm not throwing this down, this is worth good money. Okay, so that's what the cupboards are for. So it just keeps all my garbage away from the clients, basically. Let's have a look what everyone's saying. E.C. Sonka, hello Darren, thank you for what you're doing, great tips, thank you very much. How much noise does all the gear fans? I have absolutely no noise in here at all. The Mac Pro 2019 is completely silent. The Mac Pro 2010 next to it, a little bit of noise. The Ultra Studio used to make a hell of a lot of noise, and they updated the firmware a few years ago, and the fan noise is really quiet now. That used to drive me mad because all it is an I/O box, and it was really like, so that's been fixed. But I can't hear anything in here, honestly. It's really quiet. And I'm at the back of the building as well, so I get it really quiet here. And there's no one here at the minute, so all I'm doing is cranking up my music and playing music really loud, which is great. Target, I got the same mini display. Yep, it was a classic. Mouse or over touchpad, Wacom tablet every time. I haven't used a mouse for ever. Oh, I've got one here just to scroll through the chat. What else? No Amiga jazz drives. I probably have. I've probably got quite a few actually. I've probably got far more than I need. I wouldn't know what to even hook it up to be honest. Right, let's go back to this. So thumbs up. Is this going all right? Or is this too much detail? Please let me know. I'm probably about halfway through these slides. So just let me know if I'm going into far too much detail here. Would you be willing to do quick tips in the future as tiny episodes? Well, I just delivered one this week that was 1 minute 50 or something. Is that quick enough? But the actual tip was about 30 seconds. I think that's pretty good going. I don't want to do it much shorter than that. Right, let's see where we're going next. Okay, so this is the hardware. So this really is the heart of the system, not the desk, I suppose. The Mac Pro 2019, that was our big purchase this year with our Boris grant that we got as a business. It was about all we got off him, but we did get something. And so I just invested in that. The old Mac Pro 2013 that used to be the main machine is 6 years old, I think, 5 or 6 years old. I'm not, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. I need to talk to the camera. I'm not happy running hardware that's 6-7 years old, really. I don't want to wait till the kit breaks before I change it. So we got Mac Pro 2019. I'll show you the specs in a minute because I'm sure you all want to know what the specs of that is. And in fact, that was one of the first YouTube videos that I did. I did a 2013 versus 2019 comparison, excuse me. And let me just get a drink because I'm talking so fast. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. I can show you what's going on. But the 2010 machine there is basically running our scopes, and details a bit much if you want to keep it near an hour. No worries. Let me speed it up a little bit then. So at the back here, we've got, apart from a mess, but we've got the Mac Pro 2013 is still there. I was doing my beta testing on that machine, the Resolve 17 beta testing, and I've now switched that to the main machine. So I'm officially running on my main broadcast machine Resolve 17. So I'm on beta version 6. So I don't know if that's any endorsement at all, but I've done it. So I got sick of changing them over. And also the tools in version 16, I was desperate to get onto 17. I've got those really annoying little adapters that you have to buy when you buy £15,000 Mac Pro, and then you have to spend another £150 on converters because it's only got two. It's not even got any Thunderbolt 2 connectors. So my Ultra Studio runs off Thunderbolt 2. The green cable going in there on the left-hand machine is the SDI feed for the scope, so I get a really nice clean scope. Okay, do you use a sound card or the Mobo sound? I use the sound coming out of the Ultra Studio. So that's how it is. Why did you give up on the Killer Tips app? Because it was costing me a fortune. It needed reskinning. I designed that app. Well, I didn't design it. I paid a developer to do it at considerable expense. And it was designed around 12.5, Resolve 12.5. Since then, they now have a cut page, a Fusion page, and a Fairlight page. And the app needed completely rebuilding, and it was going to cost me thousands of pounds to do. So I thought, I know what, I'll do a YouTube channel instead. And I really wish I'd done that 5 years ago instead of building that app. But there you go. It was good. It was good while it was going. So, but thank you for remembering. The app's officially dead. What's that? Oh, it's a little light that I've got. So at the back of here, because I'm changing the cables all the time, I've got a little light just Velcro to the top. Right, here's the specs. I won't go through the Mac Pro 2013 specs because I don't think anyone wants to see a 7-year-old machine spec. But the 2019, we went for the 16-core, 3.2 gigahertz with 96 gigs of RAM. It's the dual Vega 2 32 gig graphics card. So it's the single card, so it's a single MTX slot, giving you essentially 64 gigs of graphics, and the Apple Afterburner. And it's got a 2 terabyte SSD inside. And it runs like a treat. So I thoroughly recommend it. Just to show you what the clients can't see, that's the sort of NES sitting behind. I'm sure everyone's got a setup looking like that, but I thought I'd show you warts and all. I did say I would. Does the Afterburner do anything in Resolve? It does ProRes acceleration, so yes, it does. Do you know, I want to test it one day without it in and just see how much is being utilised. So we'll see. Nice machine. I have an iMac Pro, very good, good value. I mean, they're overpriced, these Mac Pros, I've got to say, but I didn't have any other choice. Do you have dedicated external storage? Yes, I'm coming to that. I missed the start. iComplainer. Oh, there you go. Are you really doing that presentation in DaVinci? Yes, I am. I've actually just got this in a DaVinci timeline. Okay, there's a cabling going through our desk. The desk has tubing down the back, which is great, so you can hide all your cables in there. That's my Avid dongle super glued to the back of my Mac monitor. Right, these are important. This is the media lights. So these lights are on the back of the two grading monitors. They are a specific type, so they're 6500 Kelvin, but they're truly used for color grading. So they're proper biased lighting. So they're from a company called Media Light. So there's the box, and in fact I've got a slide with it on. But they're really good, and they literally they've got sticky tape that you can put on, and you can take it on and off till you get it right. But it's really easy to install, and they just run USB into the back of the monitors. So there's the one on the Panasonic large monitor. There it is. So it's the Media Light Eclipse. You could just Google it. You'll find it. They're not super cheap, but they're good value. Oh, and that's a little remote control for it, so you can actually remote control the media lights. You get a little bit of software that you can check how bright they are, and it tells you. You just basically flick these presets till you've got the right brightness. So depending how light or dark you have your room will depend how light or dark you have those. That's my mixing desk as well. So I've got this enormous 10-channel mixing desk. I only actually need 2. In fact, to show you how old this is, if you look where it says number 10, channel 10, you can actually faintly see it says VHS still. That's how long I've had that. I've got 2 little mixing desks downstairs, and I keep bringing them up to change, so I've got even more room up here, but they just don't sound as good as that. So it's staying. The sound's great out of it, so that's why I've got a 10-channel mixing desk. I don't need it at all. But I don't even need the mixing desk, but I just can't get it sounding any better than that, and I love playing music. When I'm grading, all I do is play music all day. I just love playing music when I'm grading. That's part of that's part of the job. A10 Mini Pro. This is the best thing I've had for ages. This is such an amazing bit of kit, Catherine. If you're listening, I just love it. It's really simple to use. Just plug it in, plug and play. You're off, and it's basically got HDMI's in. But what it's doing is allowing me during lockdown. We're actually in proper lockdown now. We're in Tier 4 in Brighton, where I am now. So we're not actually allowed to see other people. And what I can do is give a clean feed from this to my client. So I just set up a YouTube channel or whatever they want to watch it on. And because I'm getting my HDMI from out of the Ultra Studio, I get a true, clean, proper signal as opposed to coming out of my GUI. So it just gives them a really good thing. So they can watch the grade from home, which works. And I just leave the stream going all day. So if I'm doing a 10-hour grade, I'll leave the stream running for 10 hours, and they're quite happy. But I'm also using it here now. So my camera is feeding into it, and that's going into OBS, which is giving us this feed. Right, let's do some chat. Frank Talkin, you put Gerald Undone to shame with your skills. Well, that is a pretty massive statement there. I love Gerald Undone, but I'll take it for tonight. Why not? How do you get the scopes running off another machine? So they are fed in out of my Ultra Studio via SDI into the back of the computer to a physical I/O card. So it's a Blackmagic input-output card. I'm changing the Ultra scopes. They are really old, and they're a little bit tired now. They've not updated that software forever, and the internal scopes are much better. But I'm looking at things like Scopebox. I'm just evaluating what to get at the minute. So I'll be changing those soon. I don't recommend the Ultra scopes at the minute. Although they do a dedicated one that's on a panel, so I think that's slightly different if that's your thing. But I'm so used to using them, that's the problem. Have you ever used the tangent ripple color correction panel? No, I haven't. But before I got the advanced panel, I had the tangent wave. So that was what I used for years. So I was doing BBC grading using a tangent wave. Brilliant, no problem. I only got the advanced panel because I went to IBC to do demonstrations for Blackmagic and started playing with it. And once you touched it, it's a bit of a tricky one to let go. Jonathan Hanning, what music do you like? I generally have BBC Radio 6 playing all day, so indie alternative music. I love the sort of Manchester scene music, bit of rock. I have a very, very tasty music, everything. What my daughters listen to, they get me into new music all the time. So, but BBC Radio 6, can't beat it all day. How do you find using your drawing tablet for colour grading? I'm generally using the advanced panel, to be honest. So you'll see this is in my hand all the time. I just keep it in my hand all the time. And when I'm grading, you probably can't see that. I'm not going to move the camera because it'll probably fall off. But I'm just turning all the wheels, menus, all that sort of stuff with this in my hand. When I need to go to curves, even though I can do curves on the advanced panel, I will go to the Wacom to do it. I've got 3 or 4 of these. I've got different sizes and different shapes and form. Are the inbuilt DaVinci Resolve scopes reliable? Yes, they are. They're very good. And with the new 9 configuration, if you can get that on a separate monitor, that's going to be great. Get the vector scopes to show you low, mid, and high. I think I did that in one of my tutorials. I can't remember which. It wouldn't have been the scopes one because the scopes one was done in version 16. So I should do an update to the scopes. I'll do that. Okay, who else is here? Shisha Ahmed. Does cheap 10-bit monitor better for grading? Better than what? It's better than nothing. Please more on Ultra Studio 4K. Okay, let's go back to this and have a look. How many we've got? 273 people. Amazing. Thank you all so much. Okay, so that's the ETA Mini Pro. I just love that bit. It is brilliant. And it's so small as well. Right, the Wacom, there we go. We've just been talking about that. So there's my Wacom. That is an Intuos 3. That is a really old one. I mean, that is so old. I've got a smaller one that I carry around if I'm doing freelance work. But I can't be without it. I just don't know how on earth people would want to not use a Wacom over a mouse. And so that's that. That's the Resolve keyboard. That one is by Logic keyboard. So it's a dedicated keyboard. It's quite useful, I think. I don't know. It works. This is a little box that is split. So it's taking my Wacom and my keyboard, putting it into one switch, so I can go between the Mac Pro 10, the Mac Pro 2010, and the Mac Pro 2019 just by switching. So I don't have 2 keyboards and 2 Wacoms on here. The Focusrite Scarlett Solo is what I'm speaking to you out of now. So I've got a mic plugged straight into that, and I also use that for my YouTube channels to actually do the audio. So that's nothing to do with grading. That's there for purely for YouTube. The Cal Digit underneath it is the USB Pro version. I've got through so many of those little USB plug-in adapters with extenders on them, so you can plug more USB drives in and SD cards, and anything under 100 quid is just rubbish. I've got through. I've spent 30, 40, 50 quid on them, and that was £200, and it works. You can't buy cheap USB hubs, in my opinion. Anyway. Cal Hallows, long question, well answer. Have you found lockdown for work? Do you think more remote grades are going to be even more popular? Are there any drawbacks to being on your TOD for most of the grades? Well, the drawbacks is really, getting client interaction. The ETA Mini Pro streaming is working wonders for that, but it's just waiting for feedback. That's the drag. And you send them a file, and it's just not the same as having them here. I do miss having my clients. I've had a couple come in. We've not been in tier 4 lockdown for the whole thing, so it's great when I get the clients back in. It's just a completely different experience. But I think we're in this for a little bit longer yet, and I'm getting work. That's really what I need. At the bottom line, this is what I do. So you have to adapt. Laura Innes, the Wacom is very robust. It is. This has been everywhere with me. I keep giving the Scarlett Solo a look. I don't know any different, but this is how it sounds. So there's a live review for you. Okay, let's have a look at something else. So right. So what's this? Oh yes, I'm just showing you here my large collection of analog tapes is currently being used to hold things up. So the advanced panel is quite tall at the back, and I'm quite short, so I have to raise my monitors a little bit, and I better just use old tapes to do it. It's a really good use for them. So that's a DV-Cam cleaning tape. There's an old DigiBeta tape. So, probably half of you don't even know what I'm talking about here. HD cam, remember that? So that's just a really good use for old analog tapes, so throwing them out. The speed editor. Should I just skip over that one? I've only played on it for about 10 minutes, so I'm just getting. I've already explained. I'm going to do a full massive tutorial. So Mr. Shutters has just given me a shout out. Thank you so much. What do you call it? A top? No, not a top chat. What do you call those things? A super chat. Sorry, I'm so new to YouTube, even though it feels like I've been doing it years. Just to see the speed editor and resolve key. Been watching for the last few months, coming from Premiere Pro, so I appreciate all the help. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for that. That's very kind. And yeah, I'm going to keep doing more content for you. So thank you very much. Aha, my digibeaters do the same. Brilliant. Yeah. What else are you going to do with them? Hi, how are you liking your Mac Pro? The new kid on the street. I love it. I've did a whole review on it, so check out one of my very early YouTubes. I did a full comparison on it. So okay, I'm seem to be taking ages to get through this, but I've still got 276 people on live, so I must be doing something right. I hope so. Let me crack on a little bit. So the speed editor, I am doing a full, massive tutorial. I will skip nothing. That's our promised Pegasus raid. I've got a few raids lying around the building. They are all connected as well, but that's the saddest picture I've ever seen of a raid. Sorry about that. That is really awful. Anyway, that's going to be going soon. It's done its job. It's Thunderbolt 2. My Mac Pro is Thunderbolt 3 USB-C, so I'm going to get that updated. Frank talking, what have you learned from tonight so far? I probably need to put less slides in, if anything, and don't do this over Christmas. Peter Cummings, you are the wizard. Looking forward to future videos. Thank you very much. You kid on the street. I've had 2 Mac Pros and both have a bit of plastic tape that rips off when you lift the case off. Apple say this won't confirm design fault, but for 8K this is terrible. Yep, take it back. Jonathan Jones, hi. Is that the Jonathan Jones who I know from Norwich? What do you do, hobbies, to take a break from all the tech? I'm into photography. I play bass guitar, not in a band, but I just play bass guitar. I used to play in many bands. Photography, I go to the gym every day, but it's shut at the minute. So I go to F45, shout out to F45 in Brighton. I love doing that. I do that every day, even when I'm grading. I find it a really good way of getting out the studio and just having a switch off. Obviously, if I've got clients here, I would go first thing in the morning. Going for walks, live out in the country. I've got a dog with my family, and I've got a motorbike. I ride a motorbike. I've lots of stuff, but and then now spending it on YouTube most of the time. So yeah, that's my quick summary of my life. DaVinci RCM or Aces, what is your preference? Always DaVinci for me, but that's only because Aces I've kind of dabbled in, but now with the new version 17 RCM, that's me, good. I wouldn't dismiss Aces. I think it definitely has a place. I'm just a lot quicker in the Resolve color management. Why do you prefer Mac over Windows? We do have a full Windows machine here. I've got a HP Z downstairs. I just do. I just prefer Mac. It's just easier for me. There's nothing wrong with Windows, except ProRes. It's just a preference. I've been a Mac boy for years. Alex at Depict. How do you find great? I'll tell you what. Let me come full screen for a minute. How do you find grading with clients watching? I tend to send them versions. Do you ever have clients who are knowledgeable and clear on what they want? Yes, I do. We often get sent stills. I'll show you something after this. It is called, I can't remember what it's called. I did write it down. It's called Shot Deck, and it's a brilliant resource for looking at film references and that sort of thing. So I can show you that very quickly. Jim Robertson, we have something in common. I was a pro musician in the late 70s and 80s, played bass for BTO in the late 80s, touring North America. Amazing. I supported the Stone Roses. That was my claim to fame. So I can't believe I actually mentioned that on YouTube, but there you go. And who are actually one of my favourite bands still. Have you ever used Basslight? No, I haven't, but I did start out on Digital Filmmaster, the new coder, Digital Filmmaster. That was my first ever grading system. and that is going way back, like 2006 or something, 2005, and that was great, but obviously not affordable. I then moved on to Apple Color, which when that came out became affordable. It was a bit flaky to start with, but it was all right, especially after coming from Filmmaster. I love Filmmaster still. And then obviously Resolve, I've been on it since it very first came out from Blackmagic, so I've been on it since version 7. We're now on version 17, so I've been totally Resolve for 10 years. Well, that's a Shot Deck, amazing reference, run by Anthony Scher, I think, DP of the Joker. Oh, okay, I did not know that. Do you have a tutorial for the advanced panel? I don't, but I did do an episode on the new advanced keys. So maybe I should do that. It's a little bit niche. If I get enough requests for it, maybe put some, if people request in the comments on my YouTube channel, I'll do it if there's enough people. Okay, let's have a look at a few more of these. Let's get these slides out of the way. I can't believe it's nearly 8 o'clock already. My God. I'm only up to the beginning. I've got a whole 2 pages of stuff I wanted to do. Right, we might have to spread this into another live by the looks of it. Right, the Flanders Scientific. This is my hero monitor. I love this monitor. I absolutely love this monitor. It is so reliable. It's so beautiful to look at. It sits on my desk beautifully. It is rock solid. I love it. Simple as that. I don't know that I don't think you can actually buy it anymore. I don't know why, but it's OLED, and it's just amazing. So I absolutely love it. Downside with it is it's not 4K, and their 4K range is getting quite expensive. So I am getting some new kit in the new year. So I will tell you about that when I get it. Can you recommend an inexpensive panel similar to Speed Editor that can work with Resolve? I don't have any experience of that. That's from Dimitri. I know people use those Stream Decks and things like that, but I don't have any experience with that, so sorry about that. They stopped making DM250s because they no longer make the OLED panels from the manufacturer. Sony, I think. Okay, I don't know if it was Sony, but you might be right. I have a Flanders XM55IU, very nice, lovely monitor. Laura, in his next live, you will need a moderator. Maybe. Are you offering? That is, what's that? That's the Panasonic GZ2000. That's my client monitor. So again, a lovely monitor. This is the monitor that came out last year. Endorsed by Stefan Sonnenfeld from Company 3. So all the stuff that makes it dim and all that sort of stuff is taken off, and it literally is pretty much calibrated out of the box. But it's a fantastic complement to the Flanders, and that can do 4K. The Nuclear on Street, congrats on 10K. That was bloody fast. Now watch the numbers soar. Well, let's hope so. I'm working very hard at it, and yeah, still in shock that I'm at nearly 12. So it's amazing. So thank you all again. Can you do videos about setting up ref display and calibration? Yes, possibly, but I don't have any calibration kit at the minute. I mentioned before that I use someone, so I need to get some kit first. Okay, let's do some more of these. This is the speakers. So my Genelecs, these are the 8030As, 8030A, 100 watts. Near field monitors, they sound amazing. They're absolutely brilliant. Downstairs we've got the Prosinus, or whatever they're called, Prosonus. They're good too, but these Genelecs are just off the chart. They are amazing. I absolutely love them, and I've had these forever. What would you prefer, Yash M? What would you prefer, freelancing or job at production company? I like working for me. That's the way to do it. But when if you're starting out, it's definitely worth getting in with a company for sure. I've worked for myself for too long now. It would just be strange. Is the X-Rite color checker for about $150 a worthwhile investment? All kits are good investments in my mind. I don't know. I've not actually used it. If you mean the color charts? Yes, they are a good investment. Absolutely. Squeezing a Happy New Year day while I can get it in. Thanks, Jim Robinson. And Happy New Year to you as well. I'll see you on lots of chats, as I always do. Right, let's get through these. The Ultra Studio 4K, I'm nearly at the end. So this is the Ultra Studio 4K from Blackmagic Design. I've got 2 of these. These are just workhorses, up and down conversion. Throw anything into it, it spits it out. So if you could put a banana in there, it would feed it out as an SDI stream. It's a great bit of kit, nice and slimline, and now it's quiet, it's even better. So that sits there quite happily all day long. So that's my I/O basically. That's how I get my feed so I get an SDI feed to my client monitors. Okay, so I've got HDMI going to the Panasonic, and I've got SDI going to my Flanders, and that's connected via Thunderbolt to the Mac Pro 2019. Thunderbolt in and SDI out, so I get a clean feed. So there's a lot of threads about why feeds look different on certain monitors. When you play it back on your computer monitor, it's because you're not using dedicated external monitoring. So you need an I/O card. You can get the I/O cards for about £130 or something. I don't know the exact price, but you can get cheap ones. It has to be from Blackmagic. You can't use Ager stuff. This is, okay, we're coming to the big boy now. So this is the back of the Resolve panel. So it's just USB connection in. Really simple, one power supply, USB feeding the two outer panels, and my USB dongle for Resolve is in the middle there. And that's the back of it. My only complaint with the advanced panel is that the back, where it says Resolve, is silver. And you get, because my monitor is so close, you actually get reflection off the back. Excuse me, I just need a drink. You get reflection bouncing back off this. So I have to wear these, I have to put up, not wear, sorry, I do wear black t-shirts, as you probably noticed, but I have to put a black t-shirt on the back of there just so it doesn't reflect the light, and it drives me mad for 25 grand panel. But that's my only gripe with it. And Peter, if you're listening, there you go, paint it black. So here's the big panel. So this is the advanced panel. So I've told you a little bit about how I came to get it. I was basically playing with it at IBC. I absolutely love it. It makes my 8, 9, 10 hour grading session so much better. The fact that you're moving your arms a little bit further, you're not sort of constrained. I've got now I've got the new keycaps as well, these new buttons on here. There's a button for everything. I mean, it's just, and I'm still getting used to it because the new buttons, I've only just upgraded the new machine to Resolve 17, so I'm still getting used to the new buttons on here, but they're absolutely brilliant. If your production company can afford one, it's not money down the drain, I promise you. They're amazing. I don't know why I'm saying it's money down the drain. They're absolute tanks. Northeast Rodder Video Magazine, great job, thank you very much. Need to get back to work. Thank you for the live stream. Okay, sorry this is going on a little bit longer than I intended, but I've still got 271 people here. My God. Charles Klein, great live, Darren, you're doing great, mate. Thank you, good to hear. I do feel very lonely in here on my own, as if I'm talking to nobody, but so you're keeping me all going, thank you very much. Goose Tour, great content, looking forward to more advanced tips and problem solving. There's plenty more coming. I've got reams of stuff that I want to do. I've got a whole book just full of ideas. I just need to churn it out as quick as I can. We got a little bit busy in December. I got very busy in December, actually, so it is tricky to do that regular uploading, but I am trying my best for you. I am going to take a few days off after this, because I've done a couple of days prep just for this, and I need to just chill out for a bit for Christmas. Darren, is there a link to see some of your work? My showreel is actually on my YouTube channel, so you can see that, but my company is www.online-creative.com, so it's just Google colorist Brighton, you'll find me. Lucas Lagoons Design, I just bought DaVinci after years of Premiere, looking forward to it. Great, you won't regret it. You'll be £40 a month better off. Okay, let's finish this off. So this is the grading suite in the dark. I've also got an extra set of lights that are under the desk, and these are just, sometimes when I'm playing back, I'll just have a look at it with those lights on sometimes. I don't use them a lot, but I just thought I'd show you, because I said I'd show you everything. So there you go. The chairs, we talked about this earlier. These are Herman Miller Aeron chairs. There's two of them, one for the client, which I discourage them from sitting on, but there you go. You can see how much they've worn out the wood on the floor, so I've realised after quite a few years that I've got the wrong casters on them, but it's too late now. And the chair that I use, not the other one because they're expensive, but this one has a tilt forward, so that right-hand lever actually tilts my chair forward, so I actually sit quite over the desk, and that stops me slouching and doing this sort of thing. So that's quite a useful little add-on, and obviously lumbar support for your back. So I'm 52 years old, my back is good, so because I look after it. So lots of standing up. One tip that I do is, let me come out of this. I set on my Mac Pro 2010, the one that's the Ultrascope, I've set that as a screensaver to come on every hour. And that is a really good little reminder when you're in a session, then my screensaver just starts going, you go, okay, I've been here for an hour. Not necessarily need to get up, but if you go through 2 screensavers, you need to just stand up and go for a little walk. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time and my back is good. So yeah, just a good little tip. It's also a good one for the clients and stuff, just a little reminder that, you know, time is getting on. So the screensaver, because I get completely lost when I've got music on and you know, you're in the world of your own in color grading. 5 hours can go by really easily. You know, sometimes I've been working for 5-6 hours when I haven't had breakfast sometimes. So little screensaver tip there is always a good one. And the other thing with the music as well, if you've got clients in, I always ask them first if I can play music. I never just presume I can, because sometimes they want to concentrate on what they're doing, or they might even want to hear the actual track that's associated with the color grade. Pretty rare, but that does happen. Steve Horn, have you had much call for productions to be delivered in HDR? What a good question. Not much call for it yet, but I obviously have to be up on HDR because I am a certified trainer, and I've got a HDR monitor coming, so I will do something on that when that arrives. But I am very up on HDR. I've done a tutorial on HDR, but deliverables, we're still delivering Rec 709. So all my TV work is Rec 709. So yeah, but I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm expecting big things to change this year. But it's a good question. Peter McLennan, I agree, Phil. Make it easy for us to contribute cash. You don't need to give me anything. This is done out of love. Would you choose music to fit the mood of what you're working on? Yeah, I mean, Radio 6 pretty much fits that mood because it changes with each show in the day. I've got a Spotify playlist on here for various moods as well, so that's all good. Great job, Darren. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you too, Steve. Miss you and Pavani and Cheska, and give them my love. Evan Anthony, Fusion for colorists would be a great YouTube video to make. Yep. So if anyone wants to go and make that, that'd be great. That ain't going to be a 2-minute one, I tell you. Here is some live love. Thank you, Jonathan Hanning. Right, let's finish this. I've nearly finished this. You'd be pleased to know. Okay, so I've done those. Right, so this is the final bit. This is the production suite downstairs. So I'm just saying that's that HPZ that I was talking about. That's the edit suite. So I'll do those in detail. Maybe when I get to 25,000 or something. I don't know. We'll have a look. Right, so what am I going to do now? Let's go back to me. Sorry, that was a very long and detailed studio tour, but I hope you enjoyed that. Let's have another quick look at the chat. Will you transition into HDR? Do you have any plans for it? Okay, I've just answered that. APFS or Mac OS extended journal when formatting the Samsung. I do both. The only thing I find with APFS formatting sometimes is if you don't eject the drive properly, it doesn't work again. You have to plug it into the only way I can get around it, I have to plug it into a PC to get it to reactivate again. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. William Justice, how are you doing? Thanks for sharing your setup. Very interesting. Thank you, mate. So you'll find William on that Discord channel as well. Boston, thank you for the tour. Wacom, let me just show you something with the Wacom. So this is why people get the Wacom wrong. I think they don't have the setup correct. So if you go to, let me go to this mode, and let me just bring up the settings. So in your system preferences, I don't know how you do this on a PC, but on a Mac, you go to your Wacom tablet here. Okay, where people get it. So to use this with Resolve, what you need to do, okay, is you need middle mouse click on Resolve. Middle mouse click copies grades from anywhere in your interface. It's the quickest and easiest way to copy and paste grades. You just middle mouse click, highlight the shot that you're on, middle mouse click over the shot that you want to copy the grade from. So I set my middle mouse click to be, can you see that clearly on the pen? On the pen. So it's middle mouse click on any press there, so I can middle mouse click easily. And the other thing I do, if you go to mapping here, I've got my mapping, so that's the full screen of the interface, but I've mapped it to just a small area on the Wacom. So my mapping, I don't know whether you can see this, is literally the center here. So I don't have to move my arm too big. I'm just watching that on a little delay. Yeah, there you go, you can see that. So that helps, so you're not doing this all day. And the other thing to do is if you take your, where's that, on the functions, I knew that I'd crash it, it always crashes it. You set this strip here to be zoom in and out. Okay, so it's a really good little thing. So then you've got full functionality of a wheel mouse. All right, where are we at? 280 concurrent viewers. I'm actually gaining viewers after an hour and a quarter. That is crazy stuff. Thanks to the insights. That studio looks very cozy, nice place to work. It is a lovely studio to work in. I love my studio. It is. I've got aircon. It's all set up for exactly how I like it. I love it. I love it. What lights do you use when grading? So I've mentioned that already. It's these Media Light Eclipse. Just Google it. You'll find it. Laura Innes, the Wacom is more accurate than the mouse sometimes. It is for me, for sure. Okay, right, let's have a look. What else? I'm going to go back to full me. Oh, hang on. Right, so what am I doing now? I've got some notes here, so just bear with me. I was going to do so much stuff. I don't know how long everyone wants me to carry on for. I'm good for another 15 minutes or so if everyone's good for that. Let me know. Hi Darren, do you think there will be a new colour panel for HDR? They've got one. It already works in HDR. Pip, is there a winner for the contest? Oh yeah. I suppose I better give away what I promised. Right, I don't know how I'm going to do this actually, but I've found a bit of software. If you put, so you can win an hour with me. Basically, so I'm going to do a private one-to-one Zoom, doing anything that you want. You can talk about editing, I can give you tips and tricks, business advice, color grading techniques, whatever you want, as long as I know how to do it, obviously. Or we can just talk about life in general, whatever you like. So I've basically found a bit of software that can automate the answers. So if you basically type in, I hope this works. If it doesn't, I'm just going to pick someone at random. Just bear with me a second. Right, so if you type in the comments, just put, I know I need a word, and then I'll pick someone at random. Just put in there 10K. So 10K, 10K, number 10K. Put that in the comments, and then I will get this bit of software to randomly pick someone. So just literally put the words 10K in the comments, and hopefully this bit of software will find someone. Ed straight in there first, look at them flying in. VFX top, I don't know how I'm going to train some of these people. Okay. All right, so obviously everyone wants an hour with me. Let's go. Jesus. Crazy stuff. Oh my God. I hope this bit of software works. I'm never going to be able to pick one out of that. I think it's Boston, Pete Lydon. Wow, right. Okay, I'll leave it going for a little bit. And then, okay, I can't see any thread now. Right, let me do something else then. Okay, oh, I know what I wanted to do. Just for a bit of fun, I wanted to share with you, obviously this journey's been a bit of a mad one. So in 6 months, how many people are? Oh, by the way, if you write it twice, this software does filter that. So I've seen a few of you putting it in twice. The software will filter it, so it won't count. Your original one will, but so you don't need to do it again. But I'm seeing a few of you put it in more than once. The software does filter that. Okay, Laura Innes, I have a big delay. Is anyone having a big delay here? Can someone let me know if the feed's correct? Anyone else got a delay? I'm presuming there's either a massive delay. No delay. Okay, thank you. Right, I just want to share this with you. This is, I've been obviously getting so many nice comments from everyone. It's unbelievable how kind people are about what I'm doing on YouTube, and I'm feeling a lot of love from everyone. It's really appreciated, and it's just mad. But I've actually been saving a few of the comments from the start, so I just want to share a few with you, and I hope I don't embarrass anyone here. Certainly don't mean to, but I just picked a few. There's not many. It's not like the studio tour. Oh, my Resolve's just going to crash by the looks of it. Oh, no, it's just booting up a hard drive. Hang on. Don't crash on me now. Ah, there we go. Great. So, these are just some of the quotes that I don't know, just made me giggle a bit. So, I'm going to share these with you. All right, let me just share my screen. I'm just making that big. Okay, so this one came in, I can't remember when, these are kind of in order that I got them, but this just made me go, you are a beast, love you, and thank you. I mean, that's the sort of thing I get. It cracks me up. Where are you all this while? Obviously, I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but I just thought I'd share some of these with you. They are appreciated. Holy crap, that was amazing. One of the best recommended videos I've seen. You got them done well. The real reason YouTube was invented. I mean, what can I say? Can you do a tour of your setup? Here we go. Just done it. All right. So Max Saltin, I hope you are on live. That is, but you were one of a few who asked for it, but you better be on live after all that. Wow, I never saw YouTube with that much knowledge literally replying to every single comment on every video. I know it's a brand new channel, but I really hope you don't get tired of it anytime soon. I am still answering all the comments, so I'm being good to my word. When I went a little bit crazy, when it went from 5,000 to 10,000 in a week, I literally had about 350 unanswered comments. So I try my best, but it has calmed down a little bit again now. But I do mean to answer every comment, and if I don't, I apologise. Sometimes it's quite hard to keep hold of the thread, but I'm good for my word. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera again. I'm looking at the feed. Is there a YouTube award for delivering the maximum amount of information in the minimum amount of time because we have a winner? That is the point of my channel. I'm trying to cut out all the rubbish at the beginning and just get straight to the point with good, hopefully good information. Now, I don't know how to say your name, but Juano Ray Lay. I just want to say hi. I know you bought me a coffee the other week, which was really kind of you. I did say I'd say hi. Is Film Convert a good plugin for newbies? I mean, if that's the road you want to go down with sort of, you know, LUTs and looks, depends what you need to be doing. So if you're doing fast turnaround production and you're not that quick at doing those sort of looks yourself, no problem. So just sort of, you know, try and learn a bit of color grading as well, or maybe you put your little flavor on top of that. Sexy hot tutorial. I mean, brilliant. This is when I passed 100 subscribers. This was in 2 days. So I started on June the 28th doing proper Resolve YouTubes, and by June 30th I'd hit 100 subscribers, which is madness. Less than a month later, 1,000. Darren is the best. I'm one of his first subscribers. So Fuji, thank you for being there at the beginning, and very kind of you. Killer Tips, father of all tutorials. Why not? Darren, you're one of the best on YouTube in my opinion, and it's a very good pro colorist who'd love your channel. So thank you for that. That means a lot as well. So when the pros are watching, I know there's a lot of beginners out there, but it's nice to know that the pros are possibly picking up something. I'd like to think that there's something in there for nearly everyone, but I know there's some very experienced people out there who are looking at my channel, so thank you for even looking. I love this tool. So this one, I'm hoping he's talking about the Color Warper and not me. 10,000, we all know when I got that because I didn't stop going on about it. But this is great. Peter Chamberlain posted on his own Facebook page, and he is the main man for DaVinci Resolve. He is the head of development. So to get that from Peter, great to see Darren getting the recognition he deserves. That really touched me. So Peter, if you're listening or watching, thank you ever so much. Peter's a top guy. This one cracked me up. So Manny Ratnam, speed editor, please. My reply, I don't have a speed editor. This is before I got this. Okay, waiting for more tuts, at least 2 a week. Like 2 a week is pretty heavy going even for me. I delivered 5 the other week, which I did. Keep continuing like that. You're a great tutor, waiting for more. Thanks for the advice. I'll try and do 5 a week for you. I mean, Even if I was doing this full time, I wouldn't be able to get 5 out. But thank you, Manny, for that. I don't know if you're watching, but appreciate it. Your tutorials are the best Christmas gifts I received. Many thanks. Well, it's very kind of you. Thank you. Right, back to me. I'm going to try and wrap this up pretty soon. So let's have a look at this competition, I guess, before I forget to do it. Just come out of here. And right, so let me see if this works. So if I type in here 10K, Fan has just sent me a super chat. It's 100 something. I don't even know what that currency is, but thank you anyway. I really appreciate it. Absolute investments in the starting stage. Can't justify panels and services, please. I thoroughly recommend that you get a cheap panel, just get anything. There's the tangent ones work. The tangent ripple is really cheap. It really is worth it just for the lift gamma gain and the balls. That is enough to get you going. Honestly, it's much better than using a mouse, even a pen and tablet. It's a huge. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. So even if you've got a basic one, go for it. And thank you very much for the super chat. It was really, really kind of you. Thanks for not playing music in the background when you do a tut. Really appreciate it. Yep, no worries. I don't want to start playing music in the background. Right, let's see if this works. So, get YouTube comments. The comments disabled. Oh no. Right, hang on. Let me just try it again. Let me copy that. Oh, okay, it's not working. That's a shame. Right. Oh, hang on. Start raffle and pick random winner. This worked when I tried it. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, that is such a shame. Sorry, I have no idea how to do that. Pip, who is my cousin, who's an experienced YouTuber, can you pick someone as random as you can, please, and just message it on here. So I trust Pip implicitly. She doesn't know who a lot of you are either, so there's no bias there. And see if you can pick me a winner would be awesome. Thank you. I'm so sorry that randomer didn't work. It was quite fun because it sort of spins everyone's names, but there you go, the joys of my first ever live YouTube. I'll get that working for the next one. Barry Murphy saying thank you to my cousin is not going to get you brownie points. Right. Okay, so now there are. I've just got a few more things that I want to do. I need to say thank you to a few people before we've got them. Pip, if you can put at Darren Mostyn as well, so it flags up for me, because I'm losing track of the thread here. Darren at Cal Hallows, Darren at Juxtapose Limited asked a great question about doing a tutorial for broadcast deliverables and broadcast safe. Yeah, okay, that's a really good one, and we do a lot of that, so I will note that and get that in as a tutorial. That's a really, really good idea, actually. So yeah, one in 266 chance. Sorry to put pressure on you, Pip. Just when you thought you'd gone off YouTube. So many business questions to ask. Yeah, okay, it looks like I'm going to have to do another one of these, so let me have a think about when I might do that, and we'll get some more in. I had loads more stuff that I wanted to do, but it's getting later, so I'll go for another 5 or 10 minutes yet. So yeah, my next episode is the speed editor. I've mentioned that already. I wanted to show you some wide gamut stuff, but I'm just running out of time. I have got a HDR episode. Let me just check. I've got loads of bits of paper here as well, with random stuff in it. But let me just do some thank yous here. So I'm not closing it off just yet, but I just want to say thank you. Pete Lydon. So Pete Lydon, congrats. I think you've won an hour with me. So I'll get in touch with you via, if you could send me, I'll find you on YouTube. But if you want to put in the comments on which video, I'm trying to think how to get hold of you. Pete Lydon. I'll write your name down. I'll get it. Okay. So well done, Pete. Yeah, I'll get hold of you somehow. If you can send me a message somehow, if you get either on my Instagram or my Facebook page, Killer Tips DaVinci Resolve, just send me a direct message, and I'll get hold of you, and we'll arrange a time that's mutually convenient for both of us. All right. So I hope you enjoy that. Right. Let me just do some thank yous before I forget. So I just want to say thank you to Jay Littman, who inspired me to probably do this. I've taken over his Wednesday slot. Jay, I don't know if you're watching. He said you might, but I think you're on holiday, just enjoying yourself. I love your channel, so go and have a look at Jay's channel. He's great. Mr. Alex Tech, his channel is great. Go and have a look. I just want to say thank you to him. He gave me my first collab break, and always interesting one to watch that. Steve Wise and Jake Lawrence, I don't know if you're in the chat. I haven't seen your names go up, but thank you for your support. The guys, they work at Blackmagic. They've been really fond of what I'm doing, and they're really old friends, so I know them anyway. So just wanted to say a massive thank you to you guys. Sorry for doing this. It's my first YouTube live. I'm not going to say thank you every time I do one of these, but I just do want to say thank you to all these people. Catherine DeVries, I know you're on, so thank you very much for all your support as well, and making me sit through all those master trainings things. Looking forward to some more of those. Dom Clark, who's been on here, I've already said hi, so thank you for your support, mate, and listening to me rant on all the ways about YouTube and not a lot else. Peter Chamberlain, I don't know if you're on here, but thank you so much, mate, and you and the development team have done an amazing job on Resolve 17, and without you guys I wouldn't have much to talk about, or this channel would be about motorbikes and bass guitars. So thank you. John Pratchett, thanks for your help this morning, mate, and making this a smooth feed. This would have been a bit of a mess without you as we tested it. I thought I had it all right, and it was buffering like crazy, so I'd have been in a right state. So thank you so much, mate, and you're just a good mate anyway. Mark Bader, what can I say? Thank you so much for all the kit that you have lent me since I started on YouTube. I had nothing. I'm post-production, so my camera setup was rubbish, no lights. It took me 3 episodes to get lights. I've got this stupid USB mic that I hate, so he's lent me a Sennheiser 416 for this. So and just a wealth of knowledge in terms of just setting up and trying to get my feed looking a little bit better. So thank you, mate, and you're a top mate. I want to thank all of you for your subscriptions and getting me here at stupid speed. I mean, nearly 12k subscribers is absolutely nuts. So thank you all. You send such nice comments, so it's just nice for me to know that I'm making these and they are appreciated. And last one is my cousin Michelle, who's on here as Pip. Just been a constant source of make sure you do this and how to do YouTube, basically, because I knew nothing about YouTube 6 months ago. I would look at YouTube to go how to put up a shelf, and that was about it. I didn't realize there's this whole world of subscribers and how it all works, and I'm making a few quid off it now, which is really nice. So yeah, lots of thank yous there. Each and every one of you is really important to me, so I'm going to keep making good content for you. What else? Let me have a quick last look at the chat. Come to 8:30. So My Deco Marketing, really great live. Well done. Thank you. That's my wife. Check out her channel if you're into. If you want to do look at her social media. So mydecomarketing.com. Check out. She does an amazing blog. She's an interior design specialist, and she is getting fantastic numbers. So I'll see you shortly. Keep the dinner warm. Bostian, what is his password? No idea what that is from. Pip, you've done amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help. Well done, Darren. Thank you. Right, I mean, I presume you want some more of this, so I will have a good think about it. Let me have a beer and a think about it, and see if I actually want to carry on doing this. But I will make sure that my slides aren't quite as long next time. 100k by February. Thanks so much. I would love to get 100k by February. I don't think that's going to happen. My aim for next year, Christmas next year, I want 50k is my personal aim. I'll be chuffed to bits if I get that. But it's it's going up daily. Just so for next year, what do I want for 2021 for this? Yep, 50k subs would be awesome. I want everyone healthy and traveling back. I miss trade shows. I miss my clients being here. I miss traveling so much, and I just want all this mess over with and get us all back having a big hug, hopefully. Investments next year, HDR monitoring for me, new scopes, a new RAID. I need a new RAID, and I'm updating this camera, so I'm going to get the A7S III, just because I've got lenses and stuff that go with it. What's Wifey's channel again? It's mydecomarketing.com. I hope I've got that right. Thief, if I haven't, please shout. Mydecomarketing.com. And she's got a book out. So if you're into blogging and interior design, she's more Instagram, I'm more YouTube. So you can imagine Christmas at our house is a social media fun. I've got 2 teenage girls, so we're just the social media family now. Hope you figure out the autofocus. Was my focus really bad on this? I hope not too bad for everyone. Happy New Year, Exonka. Thank you. God, I've got a cup of tea here that is completely freezing. Go for an SSD RAID. Yeah, I might look into it. See how much money I've got left after the HDR monitor. Nicholas, thanks, Darren. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Really great person. Thank you very much, Darren. Thank you. Love what you're doing. Thank you, Yash. It was fine, but you said you were upgrading to the A7S III. Yes, I am. Steve on focus was good. Well, Steve would know. He is a cameraman. So, and I've graded and edited tons of his stuff over the years. In for a call on life, editing, colouring and family. Perfect Picture at Darren Mostyn. Happy New Year. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Perfect Picture, for offering to mod this. I just didn't get round to it today because I was organising all this and suddenly it was 7 o'clock. I even set an alarm on my iPhone at 5 to 7 to remind me to go live, as if I was going to forget. I have not thought about anything else since Christmas, honestly. It's completely taken over. So I'm quite looking forward to this finishing in a nice way, but I'm definitely ready to go home and have a beer and a lie-in tomorrow. Happy 2021 VFX Todd. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you. God, I could just sit here and read this all night, couldn't I? Shall I close it up with 214 viewers? So I'm losing a few now. Yep, it's time to start going, I think. Jonathan Hanning, you've done very well. Thank you. Steve Horn, the Stella Artois is calling. Absolutely. So Stella Artois are a client that they're one of Steve's clients, and I do a lot of their jobs. So they're always quite fun to do. Juana Ray Lay, Happy New Year. We'll come see you soon. Thank you. Proud of you leaving your comfort zone. Yeah, well, I mean, my first 3 YouTubes, I didn't even film my intros. It was too, I don't know. You just got to do it, haven't you? I'm not shy about it anymore. Stay safe. Massive thanks. You're always amazing. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pretty much close this up now, I think. And well done to Pete Lydon. I will be in touch. Yeah, I was going to check out that shot deck thing, but just quick, it's here. Have a look at Shot Deck. You can type in anything. If you want to search for films from the 80s or film looks from the 80s, you can type in films that you want, and you literally, I've got a few in here, you can save them. Oh, do you know what? Might help if you can see my screen. There you go. Right, so this Shot Deck, just have a quick look at it, but you basically save any images that you want, and you can literally put them into a folder. I've got a few here, and they're super high quality, and they are scanned. I think they do something clever with the scanning, so it's really accurate. So this one from I, Tonya, which is one of my favorite films, and just drag and drop that into the stills. Oh, sorry, you have to download it first. So you download it, and where have I put it? There you go, it's all gone wrong right at the end. Why did I do that? I was doing really well and I've just messed up right at the end. Anyway, yeah, you just drag and drop them straight into your stills folder, and then you can use them as a wipe. So you can analyze the colors on your waveform and that sort of thing. I'll do an episode on it. Considering an M1, no, I've just spent 15 grand on a Mac Pro 2019. No more Macs for me, and that's it. Right, I'm going to shoot. Thank you all so much. I don't quite know how to end this, but thank you once again for your amazing support. Thank you for being kind to me on my first live. And I will see you in the next episode. So look after yourselves and have a happy 2021. Okay, wishing you all a very happy new year. Thank you very much.